Hey, it's King McKay, and we just got an epic episode of Vikings for episode 15. There was so much incredible tension, awesome hype, some brilliant flashbacks, and of course, Ragnar's supposed death. Now, I'll get onto all of that in my review later on, but for now, we're looking at the next episode and this preview breakdown. We're going to see what awesome stuff is to come for the rest of the season, so let's get into it.
Welcome, Ivar.
I want revenge. I challenge you to single combat.
Okay, so we start the episode with Ivar yelling into the sky, very mad. Now this little bit here could be 3 different parts of this episode. It could be him going through emotional states before the battle, or it could be him after the battle when he's so defeated from losing or something happening that's pushing him out of the Kattegat, and then he's only forced with one option, go to England. Now in this scene here where we got him challenging her to single combat, it was quite funny because she leans forward like she's talking to a child. Someone is beating at her leg, such annoyance. It's like, really, Ivar, do you want to do that? But she doesn't know half of his potential. Now I'm pretty sure that Lagertha is going to win this battle, not kill him, or at least something will happen that breaks up the fight, stops it from happening in the first place, making him only have one decision left, going to England and revenging Ragnar with his brothers. This is mainly because I believe that she's going to be in charge of Kattegat, being a queen, finding out different betrayals and stuff for quite some time, at least all of this part B, and into season 5 at least. But it will be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out and what the brothers do to either dissuade Ivar or, encourage him. And the last part were these few flashes that he always chuck into these previews, and so we're going to go through them right now. So this first one doesn't really give us much, just Lagertha looking, and then we have Ivar crying again with his hood, same scene that we got at the very beginning. Next one of Uber, so he's definitely going to be doing some more stuff in the next episode as well. Then there's this one of Lagertha looking very smug, very confident. And then there's Siggeir, who's clearly there still as well. And then her looking very flush after she's probably had sex or something with Astrid. So not too much we get out of those flashes, just basic things coming from the episode.
Will I be killed by a son of Ragnar?
Okay, now we can definitely see her breaking her facade of a very confident, in charge woman, and she's very, very concerned with the abilities of either this trial by combat or another son trying to kill her because of what she's done. It definitely will be interesting to see what they do to make this entire event kind of go through. It would be nice to see peace between them two, but that really died with the arrow that she put in Asla's back. But I'll be interested to see what you guys think will happen in this trial by combat, if it even happens at all, in the comment section below.
At last, the Mediterranean.
Praise Odin, we have Bjorn back. I really thought that they would have some of Bjorn, at least a tiny snippet or something in the previous episode, because we got some in the preview background, but we got nothing of him the entire episode we just got. So it'll be really interesting to see what he's been up to, how it's going, and it's pretty lucky because there's a lot about it in this preview. So clearly they've arrived at the Mediterranean. The entire squad seems on board, happy, ready to raid, and see what plunder they can get from this new untouched land. Now the big thing that this episode looks to have, which will be really interesting, is them bringing this Viking culture to these Arab lands, probably Northern Africa. So far they've encountered a lot of European cultures and stuff like that, but Arab culture will be very different with the different amounts of resources and trade and a whole bunch of other stuff, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what kind of loot and treasure they gain from this experience. Also the kind of fighting styles that the people use against them. So it seems like from the fighting we've got here they're pretty successful, but it won't be long before, as we expected, some treachery starts to boil.
If you want to kill these people, you have to kill me first.
Okay, so right off the bat, there's clearly some kind of intense conflict between the two brothers and Floki, and it's over either keeping slaves or killing some innocent people in a place they're raiding. Now, these guys were very, very bloodthirsty and killing people and very Viking, and Bjorn always seems to have the characteristics that Ragnar had, the more curious, more there for the adventure, knowledge, and seeking and exploring, rather than raiding and pillaging. So it's possible that he's told Floki to look after some people for they're going to keep as slaves, or not to kill them because they're not fighting back, and these two brothers definitely want to kill them because they're bloodthirsty, they're ready, and they want battle. It'll also be interesting to see what Floki thinks about all this situation, because he'll be meeting another big monotheist god, which will conflict with his gods of the Viking Norse gods. It may be quite hard for him to not kill these people, not get his revenge, spread his Norse gods, and protect them instead, even though Bjorn ordered it, and that could be a conflict he has in himself, but he'll probably stay true to Bjorn from what I think.
One day we must overcome the Lothbroks, for how else can I become the king of all Norway?
Now, as we guessed way back before the season even started, there was definitely going to be some treachery from these two brothers, as they need their position of Norway to be king, and that is property that Bjorn and the Lothbroks hold. I knew that there was going to be some treachery somewhere along the lines, because they have conflicting morals, as they saw with the Loki part, and they have conflicting goals over fame and conquest. I do feel that this will be the first test and trial for Bjorn, and it will really be the testing point where we can see his awesome strategics and skills really burst out, and we get to see his legacy that was first foretold by the seer start to boil up to the surface. I do like how they always add reflections between Bjorn, Ragnar, and other characters like that, so I really want to see more of his tactics that we saw Ragnar use in seasons 1 and 2 be implemented by Bjorn as he learned them from him, and it'd be a really cool way to see those characters linked. So it's going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to get some awesome stuff with Bjorn, cool raiding, whole bunch of treachery, some interesting new cultures and Viking stuff exploring. So that's going to be a really awesome storyline. I hope they dig deep into that next episode. So that was actually the preview breakdown. It was quite straightforward. We've got a lot of things to look forward to. That last episode we got was really a big episode. And I'll talk a lot more about my thoughts, what we think is going to happen next in my review. But for now, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more like this, definitely make sure to like this video, comment below, and support my sponsor, Audible. Now, Audible is this amazing service where you can get audiobooks of all different kinds. They have tons of titles and stuff. And if you use the link in the description below, audibletrial.com/king, you can get a free audiobook of your choice plus a 30-day free trial of their service. It's no cost on you. Just sign up. You get it. If you don't like it, you can cancel your account. But it's a really awesome service. I've been using it for ages. I've read all of the Game of Thrones books on there. I'm also currently listening to these two books that are really awesome. There's So Good They Can't Ignore You by Carl Newport and Getting Things Done by David Allen. They're amazing books. They're really good to motivate me to do more work and get better at what I'm doing, which is something I desperately need if you see my videos. So you can get any of those books that you want or any other one. Just go to audibletrial.com/king, link in the description. It'll really help me put out more of these videos, as I'm constantly having to deal with these copyright claims on these videos from Vikings, and it's like, no, this is clearly under fair use. It is videos for the fans, for you guys, and they're just disrespecting me, they're disrespecting you, trying to claim this and make it so no one can watch it and really enjoy their TV show. So hopefully you guys will support me in this way so I can still put out these videos even if I don't earn money off them. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time.